The Unsigned Premiere Show is supported by www.getmeoncloud.co.uk.
Well, good evening, welcome along. My name is James Johnson. This is the Unsigned Premiere Show, and what a show we've got lined up for you. Kicking off with this by Michael Butera.
We can build a house in a land far away, distance between them with trees in the way, surrounded by the mountains, music through the hills, my love. We'll have a backyard that runs to the sea. Would you, my darling, plant flowers with me? I will need another with me again, my love. Because with you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. With you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. We will have adventures and climb through the trees, roast by the campfire, the whole family. I won't need to tell you, it's easy to see. What once was a dream now comes reality. Just watching those rainbows at night by the sea. All I ever needed and all I really want is my love. Because with you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. With you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. Because with you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. With you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. Bees tell the trees and the trees tell the birds to watch over all that comes. The grass tells the ocean to let out emotions and to make sure those waves are fun. The light tells my eyes turn right up to the sky and just watch as the sun shines bright. My heart tells my hands to do all that they can just to keep you as my only light. With you my garden is greener, without you my garden is yellow. With you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. With you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow. With you my garden is green, without you my garden is yellow.
His name is Michael Butera, and the song is called The Green Garden. It's our first track today. Now, what a great show we've got lined up for you. Looking forward to it. We've got 12 amazing new songs, and we've also got the songs voted for by you as the top 3 from last week's show. So that's going to be good. Right, let me tell you a little bit about this Michael Butera. The Green Garden is an alternative pop ballad with cinematic movements in its arrangement, expressing a fantastic story of living in a world with your true love. Something we all want, isn't it, really? So Michael, since the age of 11, is a Melbourne-based singer-songwriter, has written and recorded over 300 original works, and is no stranger to the open stage. Within the last 10 years, Michael has been based in North America and has been working with record labels out of Montreal, New York, Chicago and Los Angeles, while working with artists and producers from around the world. The Green Garden was written while Michael was adventuring the world. During this time he was based in Canada, where he was able to experience such a deep love like no other, and gave him the imagination, thoughts and desires to move to a fantasy place with your true love and have the perfect house and the perfect garden with the intention of living happily ever after. Sounds good, that, Michael. Okay, so I did promise you there are 12 brand new artists and the top 3 as voted for by you. Our next artist this week is Doomsday Outlaw, Turn Me Loose.
This is Cable Clowns, and you are listening to DFM, where they always care about unsigned talent.
Be lonely, so lonely, Harlequin. Be lonely, so lonely, Harlequin. 'Cause Pierrot stole your Columbine, your one and only, most divine. You're out of luck, you're out of time, oh Harlequin. It's hard to win. Be lonely, so lonely, Harlequin. Be lonely, so lonely, Harlequin. You jumped so high, you could not fall. You felt so strong, you had it all. But now you hear the final call, oh Harlequin. hopeful, so hopeful, Harlequin. Though Piero stole your Columbine, do not give up, do not decline. You may get back your luck and time, oh Harlequin. Just dance to win. Yes, Harlequin, just dance for your Columbine and show her all your colors in the pantomime. Harlequin, just dance for your Columbine and show her all your colors in the pantomime. Be faithful, so faithful, Harlequin. Be faithful, so faithful, Harlequin. The winner gets a second chance. Your lady's back, she loves to dance, to play can start a new romance, oh Harlequin. Oh Harlequin, oh Harlequin, just love to win.
The song is called Harlequin and it's by Pia Toft Sand. I think that's how you say it. Piatoft-sand. Pia Toft Sand. Like I said, the song's called Harlequin. Right, okay, before that I played for you Doomsday Outlaw, Turn Me Loose, which was released on the 14th of August. Amidst all this being stuck indoors, not allowed to go out. So they've returned with their brand new single Turn Me Loose. And Doomsday Outlaw have released 2 albums so far. The self-release, Suffer More, and the Frontiers released Hard Times. Since their formation, the band have shared the stage with the likes of Jizzy Pearl and Graham Bonnet, Toby Jepson's Wayward Sons, and have played some of the UK's most respected hard rock festivals, including Bloodstock and HRH Sleaze. The band's last single, Runaway, graced the Planet Rock playlist for 4 straight weeks, as well as a number of other specialist rock stations around the UK. Question is though, can they make it 4 weeks on our top 3? Well, it's top 15, but can they make it into the top 3 for 4 weeks? Only the top 3 get to roll over. Voting will happen at the end of the show, where you can choose your favourite song at dfm.org.uk. All you need to do is click on where it says this week's vote, and that's where you find it. And I'll explain more about that a little bit later on. Right then, still to come, we've got songs from Sam and Sounds, Pihka Is My Name. We've got something from the Novus and Project X, Francis, Scribble Victory, and a few more of course. 12 artists in total will be gracing the airwaves today, plus the 3 as voted for by you as a top 3 from last week. I'm going to get 2 songs on now from these guys. These are called RawtreetFish. I'm going to play for you Polaris, but first this is Big Bugs Bee.
Follow us on Twitter at DFM Time.
They are called RawtreetFish. That song's called Polaris. And before that you heard Big Bugs B. Big Bugs B, yeah, that's the one. So yeah, no, they're not bad. They're a nice couple of instrumental tracks to keep you entertained. And if they don't do very well on the charts, don't worry. Do you know what? I might actually play them again, because I might use them as my beds when I'm talking to you guys. Right, let's get some rock on now, shall we? 2 songs from Gone Savage. I'm going to play for you Bulletproof, but first there's this one. This one's called Louder Than the Sun.
From the shade
furious music.
They're called Gone Savage, and that song's called Bulletproof. Before that, you heard the other song by them, which was called Louder Than the Sun. This is DFM and Winsford Radio. My name's James Johnson, and this is the Unsigned Premiere Show. So let me tell you a little bit about Gone Savage. They would describe their music as classic rock with a modern melodic feel, together with a hard edge and tight underbelly. All tracks are accompanied by soaring melodies and up to 4-part harmonies. The touring lineup consists of bass, drums, keyboards, guitar and lead vocal, with all members singing backing vocals. And live sets incorporated audio and visual effects to supplement the live audio, which sounds amazing. It's the way it should be, actually. I agree. They've got rotation on several radio stations around the world. So doing well for themselves. That's Gone Savage. Now, astute listeners of the show will know that that sound means it's time for the voting from last week. So I'm going to tell you the 15 songs that were in the vote, and I'm going to play for you the top 3. So, in the voting from last week, we have got last week's number 1, Patatrap by Remy Brabissot. Last week's number 2, There's No Tomorrow by Lewis McHale. Number 3 last week was Wasted Time by John Canham. And the new tracks are I Gave Toy a Pete Drake Badge by Pete Drake, Notre Page Blanche by Christian Gautron, Not Lizards by Who Killed Nancy Johnson, The Bagatelles with a song called The Pavement, Victory Lap with Let Man Loose, The Web Within, Alright Baby Yeah, Walk by Straight for the Sun, Come Rain Come Shine by Frankie Swain, Janie Believe by Silas Burke, Mad Wet Sea with their song God of War, Dirty Old Crow with Old Man's Hatchet, and last but not least, Next to Mountains with A Month of Sundays. The question is, do we have a brand new number 1? Remy Brabissot was number 1 for the last 4 weeks. Will you make it number 1 this week again? But before we get there, first I need to play for you
number 3.
Congratulations to Christian Gautron, making it to number 3 on last week's vote, as voted for by you, the listening public. Our first of maybe 2 French songs if Remy has remained in the top 2. This song's Notre Page Blanche.
Mon cœur est un battement d'amour sur la plume de l'amitié. Je suis l'oiseau de ton retour sur le lit d'un ciel étoilé. Le vent qui porte mes désirs dans tes yeux est un soleil qui tourbillonne et qui s'éveille, se pose sur mes ailes pour te séduire. Dans le secret du temps qui passe, mes belles saisons nous enivrent. Au fil des mots, elles nous enlacent. Dans la chaleur qui nous délivre, je frémis rien qu'à te lire, à savourer entre tes mains l'harmonie de nos lendemains, où j'aime cueillir ton sourire. Notre page, aux couleurs de nos vies, est un rivage au bonheur de la nuit. Le vent qui porte mes désirs est une tornade de plaisir. Pour toi, ô femme que j'attends, mon âme, bourse d'évidence, pétille aux douceurs du printemps. Sur la piste aux étoiles, on danse au rythme de nos sentiments. L'aube rosée de mille feux, pépites d'or dans tes cheveux, est une source d'émotion. C'est une page aux couleurs de nos vies, un rivage au bonheur de la nuit, un mirage aux douleurs de l'ennui, de l'ouvrage aux noirceurs de l'oubli. Le vent qui porte mes désirs est une tornade de plaisir. Comme le vent qui te désire, dans tes yeux, je suis ton soleil qui tourbillonne et qui s'éveille, comme mes ailes pour te séduire. Dans un délire incandescent, je frôle le bout de tes lèvres. Fleur de peau, je t'aime tant, tes courbes me donnent la fièvre de te caresser nuit et jour. Sur ma page, il a ton parfum, ma voix se glisse entre tes seins, c'est là que nous faisons l'amour. C'est une page aux couleurs de nos vies, un rivage au bonheur de la nuit, un mirage aux douleurs de l'ennui, de l'ouvrage aux noirceurs de l'oubli. Le vent qui porte mes désirs est une tornade de plaisir.
Two. Il y a des chemins dont me parlent les pierres, qui me disent à l'oreille de marcher chaque jour. Un orage me gronde, il me fait des manières à ne plus continuer, mais je l'aime et je cours sans relâche. Où vivre est un village enchanté de poèmes et de musique au cœur. Il y a des artistes, il y a des voyages. À Stafford nous emmène toujours vers un ailleurs. Je bois jusqu'à plus soif sous l'arc-en-ciel des mots, la chanson de la vie qui ranime mes sens. L'ivresse du partage est un hymne au silence, et je lance ma voix, vous en êtes l'écho.
L'éclosion d'une fleur qui distille son parfum sur la Seine qui rime au fleuve de Paris. Amis, je vous parie qu'au rythme sans refrain, que les flots de ma force emporteront les fruits.
Sur les arbres alignés le long des paysages, oui, je brûle mon bonheur dans l'âtre de vos yeux. Les flammes de vos mains embrasent le sauvage qui fout le camp, qui fout le camp. Je suis un homme heureux, un homme heureux. Oui, un homme heureux. Oh yeah, un homme heureux. Un homme heureux. Voir les années qui passent importe peu pour moi. Je traverse le temps, même s'il me rattrape. Je signe et je persiste au gré de l'anonymat. Peut-être aimeriez-vous me voir passer à la trappe. Patatrap. Hey hey. Oh ouais. Patatrap.
Patatrape.
Ouais. Patatrap. Patatrap. Je bouscule la nuit quand l'insomnie me guette. Guet-apens du poète aux étoiles qui luisent. Le rêve est un voyou, nous en sommes à quête. L'imaginaire vole au-delà d'une emprise. De tête et l'électro-acoustique d'une guitare en bois qui s'accorde à me suivre. Alors bon viand ma belle, en avant la zizik. Je t'aime en bandoulière et la valse m'enivre.
L'éclosion d'une fleur qui distille son parfum sur la Seine qui rime au fleuve de Paris. Amis, je vous parie qu'au rythme sans refrain, que les flots de ma force emporteront les fruits.
Il y a des chemins dont me parlent les pierres, qui me disent à l'oreille de marcher chaque jour. Un orage me gronde, il me fait des manières à ne plus continuer, mais je l'aime et je cours, mais je l'aime et je cours. Oh, mais je l'aime et je l'aime et je cours, mais je l'aime et je cours, mais je l'aime et je l'aime et je l'aime et je cours, mais je l'aime et je cours.
Making it 5 weeks in the top 3, that's Patatrap by Remy Brabissot and Lucy in Blue. Question is now then, who's made it to number 1? Knocking Remy off the top spot. Usually at this point in the show I will tell you the songs that have had negative votes, because if you're not aware how it works, what happens is you go to the website, you can vote your favourite song up using the green arrow and your least favourite song down using the red arrow. That means that some songs can end with negative votes. However, this week there are too many for me to name. I can tell you there are 9 tracks with negative votes. But, looking on the bright side, there are 2 songs from French artists in the top 3. You've heard Christian Gautron with Notre Page Blanche at number 3 and Patatrap by Remy Brabissot at number 2. So number 1 this week, 20 votes ahead of the number 2 place, goes to... goes to Pete Drake with I Gave Toya a Pete Drake badge.
Number 1.
I gave Toya a Pete Drake badge. She wouldn't wear it, it made her mad. Poor old Toya, she flipped the lid. She wouldn't wear it, but her bassist did. I gave Toya a Pete Drake badge. She was on the stage and I was very drunk. She looked annoyed, but she didn't know. It wasn't my intention to spoil the show. It wasn't my intention to spoil the show. I was just handing out a badge, you know. I get stupid ideas in my head. I should have maybe have given her a ruler instead. It wasn't my intention to spoil the show. I was just handing out a badge, you know. I gave Toya a Pete Drake badge. She had a lovely dress on and she looked her best. I don't think she wanted a hole in her dress, which is understandable, I digress. I gave Toya a Pete Drake badge. It had a swear word on and I was a mess. Poor old Toya was less than impressed. Then we had a power cut and the light was less. It wasn't my intention to spoil the show. I was just handing out a badge, you know. I get stupid ideas in my head. I should have maybe have given her a ruler instead. It wasn't my intention to spoil the show. I was just handing out a badge, you know. A Pete Drake badge. She could have kept it as a souvenir. She could have given it to Robert Fripp. She may regret that when I have me hit. I gave Toya a Pete Drake badge. She wouldn't wear it, it made her mad. Poor old Toya, she flipped the lid. She wouldn't wear it, but her bassist did. It wasn't my intention to spoil the show. I was just handing out a badge, you know. I get stupid ideas in my head. I should have maybe have given her a ruler instead. This little badge, I want to be free. You wouldn't take it, it's a mystery.
Yeah. No, I'm not that fascist. The whole song is my sense of humour. It's sort of saying, what would happen if people like you and me, people not involved with the government, went out and blew up the TVs?
Yeah, what would happen if we went out and blew up the TVs? Congratulations to Pete Drake, making it to number 1 this week, a brand new number 1 after 4 weeks at the top for Remy Brabissot. But he's managed to keep himself in the top 3, which means he rolls over to next week and maybe he'll be number 1 again. And thank you to you, of course, for voting. And thank you for clicking on some of the advertisers. Without doing that, this show wouldn't be possible.
Hey, you with the pretty nice shoes. Saw your smile from the other side of the room. I wanted to make the first move to get a little closer, but I gotta stay smooth. Keep it cool. In time, she's mine. We could be together in the sun-kissed weather. Watch life pass by. Baby, don't you know that you're mine forever? We can talk it out, maybe we can sleep I'll say them out loud. I know I gotta do something now. It might take some work, but I'll work it out somehow. In time, she's mine. We can be together in the sun-kissed weather. Watch life pass by. Baby, don't you know that you're mine forever? We can talk it out, maybe we can sleep on it. 'Cause I got tired, baby, you can take a lead on it. In time, she's mine. Honey, don't you know that you're mine forever? She's mine. We could be together in the sun-kissed weather. Watch life pass by. Baby, don't you know that you're mine forever? We can talk it out, maybe we can sleep on it. 'Cause I got tired, baby, you can take a lead on it. In time, she's mine. Honey, don't you know that you're mine forever?
That's Sam and Sounds. Now they're indie pop's culture's newest and most exciting hidden gem. After launching his music career during the depths of the worldwide pandemic, COVID-19, his first three singles, Do It Again, Addicted to You and Cloud9 soared to over 190,000 streams within 3 months of release. Now Sam's music journey began in the streets of Tunbridge Wells, doing a bit of busking. And thanks to lockdown, he went from having 450 Spotify listeners up to an impressive 23,500 listeners a month. Having realised busking wouldn't be possible due to the pandemic, Sam thought about time to release his music to the digital world, which is why he then put it out on Spotify and all of those, iTunes as well. And he's reached number 19 in the iTunes chart. So well done to Sam and Sounds. You can get him on Instagram and Twitter at Sam_and_sounds. Should we get our next artist on now? I think it's only fair that we do, don't we? We've got a few to go for you. Don't forget the show is 12 brand new artists and the 3 which I've already played for you, which was chosen by you from last week. So still to come, we've got the Novus. We've got Scribble Victory, Francis, and a couple more after Project X.
It was so long ago that I don't miss you, but you talk on the day when I can't resist you. Just leave me to be in sweet surrender. You are my enemy, and I fall to falter. To let me go and let me live life. Stop holding on to me. Your grip gets so tight. Just leave me to be so peacefully.
There we go, another band that were formed during lockdown of 2020. I've got a feeling that there's some really good music going to be coming out of this pandemic that's sweeping the world. They're called Project X. I know what I was trying to say there. And it's 3 members of the band. There's Sylvie, Terry DeMarco, and Dave Forster. He's Sylvie Student, by the way. So the band began working on the EP remotely and mixing the tracks at Fit Dog Studios. In late June, the group re-released the single One, which I've not actually played for yet. I'll see if I can get hold of a copy of that one for you. Anyway, they are called Project X. Let's get on with our next one now. This one's from Pihka Is My Name, which is spelled Pihka Is My Name. And the song is called Plus. They're called Pihka Is My Name, as I said, spelt Pihka Is My Name, Pihka. I was caught out by how short that song was actually. I was trying to look through my list and figure out where I've gone wrong. There's one missing off my list, but don't worry about that. We'll find it, or I'll find it. So still to come, we've got music from Dutch Criminal something, Scribble Victory, Francis, and I'm going to play you 2 songs now from a group called the Novus. This is a live lockdown demo of Castaway by the Novus. Should be interesting, being a live lockdown demo. Does that mean they did it remotely? I'll try and find out.
disused firing mechanisms. Follow us on Twitter @DFM Time.
He won't crack a smile, he's living his life and he's getting high again and again. Is he doing it right? All I know is I'm not in his prime. You can't tell me he's an OIP. You're having a laugh, he's got more electricity than I have. You're telling me he's got a degree, he's more off his head than I am. The man on the bridge is doing a dance. He's not even talking, he's just in his pants. Setting everybody around him in a trance. And he's doing it for free, just take a picture for me. Man on the bridge is doing a dance. He's not even talking, he's just in his pants. Setting everybody around him in a trance. And he's doing it for free, just take a picture for me. I don't need a camera to view her face. The only look of the pure disgrace. Writing on the wall, he's seen my eyes looking by, but he won't give up. He's just having a nice time. The man on the bridge is doing a dance. He's not even talking, he's just in his pants. Setting everybody around him in a trance. And he's doing it for free, just take a picture for me. Man on the bridge is doing a dance. He's not even talking, he's just in his pants. Setting everybody around him in a trance. And he's doing it for free, just take a picture for me. Picture for me.
It's called Man on the Bridge and it's by the Novus, and before that I played for you Castaway, the live lockdown version by the Novus, which is spelt Novus. That's the name of the band of the Novus, Novus.
Feel good
song is called Feel Good and it's by Dutch Criminal Record. Now they're from Portsmouth, down south of England, and they describe themselves as an indie surf pop trio. And they're back once again, having built a following with a few tracks from before, and the success of which things like their Spotify playlist is very popular. They've even climbed to the US viral top 50 in the indie surf pop trio are back with their effervescent single Feel Good. You can find them at DutchCriminalRecord.com. That's DutchCriminalRecord.com. Okay, so I've got just two more artists to play for you. Going to be finishing off with Francis, two songs from Francis. But before we do that, I'm going to get one on from a band called Scribble Victory. And their song is called Lucky. Now, if you're an unsigned artist and you want to get your music onto the show, all you need to do is email unsigned@dfm.org.uk. Scribble Victory, and the song's called Lucky. You'll be able to vote for that as your favourite song if you'd like. When the show's finished, after these two songs coming up now from a band called Francis, I'm going to play for you Meant to Be. But first of all, let's get this one on. This is called Today. Band called Francis.
Follow us on Twitter @DFM Time.
I don't know why you
calls, or what you were saying about growing old. Didn't know what else to do, to stand in line and then I'd take a bullet for you. But have you seen the news today? There's a whole lot of talk I don't understand, of one man can take the life of another man. One man can take the life of another man. Man, I don't understand today. Summertime and memories, and skipping through the fields like they do on TV. Wouldn't be British to do. Does anybody know what that means? I ask of you. Have you seen the news today? There's a whole lot of talk I don't understand, of one man can take the life of another man. One man can take the life of another man. Man, I don't understand today. When you throw it away, and I can't help thinking that I didn't find the words to say about just how I feel when I caught you right there away. Have you seen the news today? It's a whole lot of talk I don't understand, of one man can take the life of another man. One man can take the life of another man. Man, I don't understand today. Why you've done I cannot see, and all that's left is let it be. I wonder where you are, how near or how far, 'cause when you go I'm at a loss, how many bridges left to cross. Your kiss, it makes me lose my mind. A look like yours is hard to find. While you left, I still feel it in me, even though it hurts. It took all the pain to see you and me, well, we were meant to be, yeah. At least not one that you've read. Happy ever after gets lost on me, so let's just take things day by day. 'Cause when you go I'm at a loss, how many bridges left to cross. Your kiss, it makes me lose my mind. A look like yours is hard to find. While you left, I still feel it in me, and even though it hurts, and meant to be, yeah. Why you left, I still feel it me. Even though it hurts, it took all the pain to see you and me. Well, we were meant to be, yeah.
So that song is called Meant to Be, and it's by Francis. Right, okay, now it's time for me to tell you all about the songs that are in the vote for this week, and the computer chooses exactly now to crash on me. Which is just typical, really, isn't it? Right, bear with me. I'm going to try and get this working. We can do this. No, apparently we can't. Okay. Let's do it a different way then. I'm going to tell you the songs that are in the vote for this week. So you got your top 3 from last week. You got number 1, Pete Drake. I gave Toya a Pete Drake badge. You got number 2, which is Remy Brabissol with a song called Patatrap. And number 3, Christian Goutron with Notre Page Blanche. And of course the 12 other tracks that are in the vote for this week. You've got Dutch Criminal Record with Feel Good, Michael Butera with a song called The Green Garden, Doomsday Outlaw, Turn Me Loose, Pia Toft Sand with a song called Harlequin, Pihka Is My Name, the song is called Plus. There is In Time by Sam and Sounds, RawtreetFish, the song is called Polaris, nice little instrumental one. Gone Savage and their song Louder Than the Sun. The Novus with their song called Man on the Bridge. And then there's Breathe by Project X. We've also got Lucky by Scribble Victory. And you've just heard it. It's called Meant to Be and it's by Francis. So all 15 tracks are in the vote for this week. Head over to dfm.org.uk, click on where it says this week's vote, and you can choose your favourite by choosing the green arrow to vote your favourite song up and the red arrow to vote your least favourite song down, meaning that tracks can end with a negative vote at the end of the week. Also, while you're there, please click on some of our advertisers without whom we wouldn't be able to do what we do for you. So again, a big massive well done to the top 3 from last week: Christian Goutron, Remy Brabissol and Pete Drake. Will they be in the top 3 again this week? It's all down to you and how you choose to vote. And let's not forget, if you're an unsigned artist and you want to get your songs on the air, all you need to do is send an email to unsigned@dfm.org.uk. That's unsigned@dfm.org.uk. Any other queries? If you are a listener and you want to get in touch and tell us how much you love the show, all you need to do is email studio@dfm.org.uk. But that basically brings us to the end of another fantastic week here at the Unsigned Premiere Show at Unsigned James headquarters. All that's left for me is please head over to the website dfm.org.uk. Click on where it says this week vote and vote for your favourite track. Thanks for listening. See you next week, everybody. Bye.
GetMeOnCloud.co.uk proudly sponsors the Unsigned Premiere Show with James Johnson.